How can you believe that bad gut health causes disease when literally your brain controls all of your body? And then of your brain, most of those 99, probably 0.9% of those processes are subconscious or unconscious. What causes the majority of disease is a traumatic event that catches you off guard, and then your brain, in order to help you survive, puts an organ into overdrive. That is the cause of disease. And the way that I know how to fix it, at least for gut health, every disease is different, is we need to find, the first step is we need to find the traumatic event that put our gut into overdrive. For me, I remember when, I had many, but one was I had moved and the grading system had changed in the schools. An A was a 90 to 100 at the first school I went to, and then we moved to Virginia, and an A was a 95 to 100. And the school was like much harder, and we had to learn much more stupid stuff that was never applicable to my life ever. And it was just, I remember getting that first report card, and I used to have all A's, and then I went, all A's and B's, and then I went all to B's and C's, and my parents just went nuts. That first getting the mail and opening that first report card, and then having that was a traumatic event. Having my dad read my bad report card back to me. And that's when my gut issues started to get bad, was in middle school, when grades started to become this conflict theme between me and my parents. So the next thing we have to do is find our PTSD triggers. And a good example of this is in Iron Man 3, when Tony Stark is having PTSD and having panic attacks. IBS, Crohn's, and colitis, and leaky gut, and SIBO, and all these things, it's literally just PTSD of the butthole, or PTSD of the intestines, if we want to be like super, scientifically, more scientific about the terminology. So every time Tony Stark was reminded of throwing the nuke into space and almost dying and falling to the earth, from the first Avengers movie, he would get a panic attack. And then at some point in the movie, the little kid helps him see that connection consciously, and then he stops having panic attacks, and he almost doesn't have panic attacks the whole rest of the story arc throughout the Avengers movies. That's what we need to do. And if you do that, let's say you find one PTSD trigger and you think you neutralized it, but you're still getting symptoms, then we either have more PTSD triggers going on, or, we weren't specific enough, and when you get it, you almost have like these goosebumps. It'll feel like an aha moment. You'll be like, oh, wow, yeah, what a realization. I know this sounds dumb, and it is dumb. I think this is a stupid design that is anti-survival, but it's this dumb design we're stuck with. And that's what I did to get better after years of diets and gut microbiome and detox protocols and stuff like that.